What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the W.A.D.E concept. So today we are reacting to Logan Paul and KSI's training footage. There's not a lot out there, but we're going to react to what we can find, and we're going to see what these guys have done to improve their boxing ability. Hopefully, in Logan's case, his stamina. I mean, we saw in the last fight, the man got gassed. He was on E in the middle of the third round, so we got to figure out if he's corrected that mistake. And for KSI, between fights, he was looking a little, I'm not here to body shame. I'm just saying, my man was out of shape. We'll just say that. He had a shape, but it wasn't, KSI was fat. That's okay. Anyway, we watched our last video, and while they both went after it, they both had a good showing. It was their first fight for Logan, KSI's second fight, but it was a huge arena, 15,000 people, all the pressure in the world, and they performed. They weren't the best boxers, but they weren't expected to be, and they're not expected to be now. I just want to see if there's any changes in the guy's technique and anything that has to do with becoming a better boxer, because they are turning pro. Like, you got to take this serious. It's 10-ounce gloves. There's no headgear. So you can't go in there just messing around and thinking this is just for YouTube or for money. This is for real now. They've done a good job of keeping everything under wraps. Mostly, I'm assuming that's to keep it from each other, but also to keep the public interested. That's another tactic of promoting fighting, is to not really show your hand. It's a good marketing strategy for DAZN and for KSI and Logan Paul's camps to not put anything out. But what we have is some media open workouts and a little bit of leaked training footage. So we'll use that and we'll see what it is. Yo, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fully react to this because Shannon is so insanely funny / annoying. It's hard to react to exactly what's going on. Just quick takeaways. Obviously, Logan's bigger this year. I think it had come out that he's around 205, 209 pounds this year, which last year they had a 190 weight limit. They've moved up. The weight limit this year is 200 pounds, and Logan looks all of it and some. Obviously, the strategy is to bring heavy power. I mean, you have Shannon Briggs in your corner. The guy has almost more first-round knockouts than anybody. I think he might hold the record at 37 or 38. First-round KOs. Yeah, I don't know where they want to finish the fight, but it's very clear they want to finish the fight in violent fashion. Listen, Logan has rhythm when he's jumping rope. I mean, I know this is going to sound like, the man can box because he has rhythm jumping rope. No, it's not what I'm saying, but it does have a factor. It does play into exactly what it is you bring into a fight. And if you have decent enough footwork to do this, to keep rhythm while you're jumping rope, to switch stance, to move around while you're jumping, that does say something to Logan's footwork and his ability to stay light on his feet. Like, some of the stuff he's doing, I can't do right now. I can't cross the rope and jump it like that. I can do a little bit of this, but I can't do it all. And it's effortless for him at this point. So I do want to actually see him hit something or move in a boxing capacity, though, instead of just seeing him jump rope. Something that does concern me a little bit, again, this could just be a wash. Logan just jumped rope for 4 minutes, but he shakes out those shoulders a lot, and this could just be him getting loose. You see a lot of boxers before their fights shake out their shoulders, try to get things warmed up. I hope that's not like a lactic acid thing. And I say I hope it's not because I want to see a good fight. I don't want to go in and Logan gas out in the first or second round and have, a lopsided fight. I want to see change. I want to see evolution in both the guys. So it does, especially if you're a Logan guy, it concerns you if he's already blown up to the gills, because he's bigger in this fight. He's bigger than he was in the last fight, and he blew up like crazy in the last fight. Everybody's talking about the short, fast twitch muscles and how they blow up, and you can't get the lactic acid out of them, and there is something to be said for that. And no matter what Logan does, he will always have those fast twitch fibers. Like, there's some certain people that that's how they're built. In a boxing ring, sprinting isn't running back and forth. It's attacking quickly, attacking, and you let off the gas a little bit. So Logan, I think, is blessed with that ability, and it catches guys by surprise, and he can do things technique-wise that a lot of guys can't. But it could lead to his downfall, being blown up like this. Let's see how he's breathing, He can flex and do all this all he wants, but let's see how he's breathing. I can't do this with Shannon Briggs, man. We are 6 minutes into this video, and Shannon hasn't stopped talking. I don't think he's taking a breath. So something we already knew, Logan's got a quick jab. We already knew this. He kind of pops it out there. This year, hands are higher. I wanted to see if Logan was going to have higher hands, if he was going to pay attention to his hand placement in his hand position, especially when it comes to defending. Obviously, we're not going to see him defend against air right here, but you do see his left hand at least firing from the chest area. I think that's been a concerted effort by his team to make sure that he can't just walk out there hands down in a pro fight with 10-ounce gloves. And even if it is, KSI, your local mailman, the guy from across the street, if you get touched on your chin, being a professional fighter doesn't make your chin better. Like, I don't have any worse chin than John Jones or anybody that's fighting in professional MMA or boxing or Tyson Fury, any of them. No one has a better chin just because they're a professional fighter. So especially when you're learning to, you want to make sure you learn with great fundamentals. And I think they've tried to iron that in this year versus last year where Logan had his hands completely down. Something we already knew. He's got a pretty decent quick jab, and he's long. Shoulders are tight, it looks like. But his jab comes out a little looser. Dude, Logan's got the ultimate hype man with Shannon and his other sparring partner. That's what they're supposed to do, though. Like, for people that get mad at Shannon Briggs and call him cringy and everything else, I get it. It's not the most, especially if you're a KSI fan, it's not the most fun thing to listen to, but what else are they supposed to do, man? All right, the jab. Can we see another combo? Okay, there we go. All right, again, there he goes shaking out his shoulder again, which, again, concerns me if I'm a Logan fan because he's shadow boxing. And if his shoulders are getting blown up from shadow boxing, we got problems. Like, we got real problems. Again, we're not going to see a lot from this, but he's showing just enough to give us an idea of what it is that he's improved on. And you can see he's throwing things correctly. He's keeping his elbows in when he throws his 1-2, even his uppercuts. Me being an amateur, like, learning how to box, one of the first things I've been taught is those elbows need to stay in. I'm seeing things that I like right now. I'm seeing a quick, long jab. I'm seeing better technique with his hands. Positioning with his hands is better. Shannon Briggs has done well, at least in the fundamental side of Logan's striking. So that I like. What I don't like is the constant shaking out of the shoulders because it gives a tell as to possibly what we could see in this fight. And if he's getting blown up that quickly, that is cause for concern. What I'm seeing in Logan's defensive movement is that he tends to roll in a more circular motion, kind of roundabout, right? Which, again, is just newer movement, wasted movement, stuff that you want to cut to the corner. It doesn't have to be like this rounded, round right here. It needs to be under, pop up. Again, this is stuff I'm learning, so I'm no expert. Just little stuff. Just dealing with pressure. I think they know that KSI is going to have some pressure, some forward pressure on Logan the entire fight. Logan was the aggressor last fight, though. So I think they're anticipating KSI putting the pressure on Logan early. I like the way he's throwing his right hand, too. It's in tight. It's straightforward, straight back. Logan is, again, dropping that front hand when he throws, though. Jake said show him no more. He hasn't really shown anything, so I don't know what else they want him to show. Okay, so this has gotten a lot of criticism, what Logan's about to do here. So he's going to roll the shoulders out here, and he has trouble keeping it going, which is – look, I can sit here and laugh at this because, it just looks weird. I mean – first off, guys, look at Logan's shoulders already. He's a big dude. He's going to carry power. I think the KSI camp knows this. What should concern you, if you're a Logan fan, is this. That's not the way he looks when he's walking around. That is being blown up after a workout. I don't know if it's going to have any effect. All this right here. I don't know if it's going to have any effect, but I'm just saying this is not something you want to see. Again, Logan has all the tools, right? He's quick on his feet. He's got a nice jab. His right hand comes out clean, comes back into place. The one thing you're looking for is how quickly does he get blown up. Maybe that's why he's having such issues with shaking out the shoulders, stuff like that. But I think this next part is more telling. It's funny, but it's more telling as to how quickly he's blown up because he can't roll his shoulders and keep them rolling because they are so built up with lactic acid that it's just there's no energy left in them. Watch this. He can't roll them. Now we have one more Logan video to react to, and this is from the open workouts on Media Day in Venice Beach. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And we're going to see if there's anything else we can see. Just little stuff we're looking for, guys, to make that difference in the first fight and the second. It's all we're really looking for. Again, he's light on his feet. It looks the shots look more labored. Like he's trying to put some stuff behind him. And this looks good for cameras, but what happens when the fight actually starts? Is he going to move like this? Is he going to, if he gets cracked early, or even if he doesn't, if he just gets bothered early by the pressure of KSI, is he going to be moving around and keeping his hands a little lower and trying to Muhammad Ali shuffle around the ring? I don't think so. This is something I want to see. A little defensive display here from Logan. I like the movement. This seems more crisp than his last attempt at shadow boxing and defending. Rolling under punches, keeping his hands high, continue to move his head. The plan from Logan, it looks like, hit KSI with big shots, plan on KSI to come forward with a bunch of pressure and counter him. That's the plan. They beefed up. Logan gained 20 pounds. It looks like they anticipate KSI moving forward very early. They want to counter with big shots, and this whole defensive routine that he's got going right here shows me that he wants to be quick and elusive and then plant his feet and throw something deadly. I can't lie, I like his movement. This looks a lot more tight than it has. Head movement looks tight. That's what you want. You want loose, but you want his movements to be small, right? So KSI is on the turnbuckle here. Shannon's over there chatting with him. KSI got a new hairstyle, it looks like. Looks like he got the old Shannon Briggs hairstyle with the braids back. He's a fan of Shannon. Oh. What was that? Shannon just took a swing on somebody. Now KSI's pissed. What is Shannon doing, man? Good Lord. It's not very hard to promote this fight. These guys don't like each other. And now their disdain for each other is bleeding into their own camps. Like, Shannon just can't stand KSI now. Or Vidal. I think it's more Vidal than KSI. I don't think Shannon likes Vidal. Vidal, I don't think is kind of indifferent to Shannon. I think Vidal's just kind of there to train KSI, and that's about it. But KSI cannot stand Logan. He cannot stand Jake, for sure. And now I think he just can't stand Shannon Briggs because of the Let's Go Champ stuff, and obviously whatever that was that just happened. We're going to move on because I don't think there's anything left in this video for us to watch, but takeaways from Logan's short sessions we've seen. He's quick. He's got a nice jab. Throws his punches crisp and succinct. They go right to the point. They come right back. There's no wasted movement in that right hand. The hooks, I can't really see a lot of. The uppercuts didn't look fantastic, but I think, again, that was more of him being blown up. That's another takeaway. Logan looks to shake out those shoulders almost as soon as he gets going. So I don't know if that's something mentally that he does to keep himself in a good place to where he thinks he's not going to gas out. But physically, it looks like once he explodes and moves a little bit for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, the shoulders blow up. And that's the last thing you want to happen. The legs and the shoulders, you got to have those loose for all 6 rounds because you're going to be using them for all 6 rounds. He looked better defensively. His hands were higher. I liked the ability to roll and slip punches, but do it in a really kind of compact motion where he wasn't moving a ton. The head wasn't here like it was in the first sparring video. It was there. It was there. It was there, right? Yeah, biggest question marks, Logan's cardio. Game plan from Logan's team looks to be knock KSI out, possibly with a counter shot because KSI is moving forward. That's at least what they anticipate. So stay light on the feet. Move around, pop the jab out there, keep him at distance, knock him out with a counter punch. That's what I assume the game plan is from Logan's team. That KSI will get wild, over-aggressive, and Logan will counter him. So KSI has damn near no footage out. You can't find anything. Now, he knocked out or knocked down one of his training partners, but I'm not going to react to that because the Mayweather channel has been taking channels down or videos down left and right when people are reacting to the knockdown. I'll just say it looked a little like he caught a guy with a punch that he didn't see coming. It was a nice shot. He hit him with a left hook going backward and knocked him down with headgear on. That shows that KSI does have power. And it was a big guy he hit. So while it wasn't the best technique and his arms were kind of flailed out everywhere and he didn't have balance in his feet, he didn't need it, obviously, because he knocked the guy down with the left hook walking backward. So impressive in its own right, but I'm not going to react to it because I don't want the Mayweathers taking down this video. I don't get enough views as it is, Mayweathers. Don't take my 1 or 2 views I get per video, all right? I know I'm a huge channel over here with my 170 subscribers, and I'm coming for you, but can we relax on the takedowns? Like, I ain't coming for the spot yet. I'm just trying to get my beak wet. You know what I'm saying? Just let me get my beak wet. We have some footage from Fight Hub TV that we are going to react to as basically KSI's open workout from the same night Logan had his open workout. So let's see what we got here. KSI just showing some movement here, just getting loose. rolling out the shoulders. Hands are high. So KSI just showed his abs to Logan, I think, in an effort to intimidate him and to let him know that after the fight, he will be pursuing his next career as a ab model. So they'll probably have a Fashion Week walk-off down the runway after this as the rivalry continues. Logan Paul versus KSI, Fashion Week, runway walk-off. Who's got the better abs? KSI came in a little bit out of shape, so if he's cut a lot of that trim the fat, no pun, but if he's trimmed the fat in his workouts and in his regiment to get into better boxing shape, then good on him. If he can gain that weight and then lose kind of the excess to be in that good 200-pound range, he's going to try to carry more power. I think that's the plan from KSI's camp, is to carry a lot more power into later rounds. I think they're going to bank on the fact that Logan's going to gas, and I think they're going to try to remain powerful if they can for that 5th and 6th round. So if that's the plan, then KSI's could be in a good position. So KSI's jump roping looks a little more labored, you know? It looks as if he is more jumping in place than jump roping to have rhythm. His rhythm doesn't seem to be like bouncy in rhythm. It looks like it's labored. Again, this is so elementary to focus just on jump roping as to how the fight's going to go, but if you're looking for something, little things, KSI looks like he's jumping rope in a schoolyard, whereas when Logan jumps, it's rhythm-based. It's athletic, it's bouncing, it's moving across the ring as he's jump roping. It just shows the better footwork. It shows how quickly you can pick up and put your foot down. That's what it's meant to do. How quickly can you pick the foot up, put it back down in a motion that is fluid, to where you can change direction really quickly. KSI doesn't necessarily look as fast in that department. All right, we got some ab workouts here. Doesn't look like that's terribly hard for him, but I'd like to see some boxing now, sir. Thank you. So KSI is showing off his aerobics workout that he has built in for after the fight. He is becoming a Billy Boot Camp workout instructor, where he's going to give you buns of steel, it looks like. Okay, can we see some boxing? Can we see some movement? Something. KSI's camp's been very, very closed off as to what they are letting out. Obviously, the knockout of his sparring partner got out, but I would like to see just a little bit of how he moves. That's all I want to see, is how he moves. And again, it's good strategy from both camps to not let anything out, because you don't want to turn off the masses to coming in and watch this fight, because part of it is the spectacle of it, right? Part of it is the unknown of, have these guys improved? Where have they improved? What's going to happen when they get back in there as pros with no headgear? They have to have some better technique. So that's part of the reason why. But also, they don't want to let each other know how they're doing in camp. I'll say this, man. KSI is stoic. His demeanor doesn't change. He's not giving in to the spectacle Logan wants to make it, right? He's kept, a forward head. He's kept calm for most of this. And, these open workouts, they can, especially with people chirping at you, it can get to you. It can throw you off mentally, and it doesn't look like it has. So this is interesting. KSI is showing a Philly shell. And for you guys that don't know what a Philly shell is, the Mayweathers are pretty famous for the defensive posture of a Philly shell, which is basically, if you're orthodox, I'm going to show you really quick. This is a bad Philly shell, but backhand, right? Here. Guards the left hook and the jab to parry, right? So left hook, parry, jab. Left hook, parry, jab. I have black on, so it's hard to see, but left shoulder covers the chin. Makes the right hand roll. Right hand glances off the shoulder. Left hand on the body protects the body shots. Philly shell. You can counter off that. It's a tough thing to master, though. It's very tough. Really, Floyd Mayweather's the only guy to really master the Philly shell in its complete form. So to learn it in a month is dangerous, because the problem with the Philly shell is if it's not done correctly, you leave your lead cheek wide open. Your hand here, if you get fooled by a fake jab to parry, now you're open with the left hook, body shots. There's a lot of things that can go wrong if you're not a master at the Philly shell. So it's interesting, but I don't know how successful you can get at the Philly shell posture and defensive-minded boxing when you've only done it for a month. All right, so now it looks like we got more of a hands-down approach. Well, it kind of, for a second there. Like that right there. Hands down, a lot of head movement. So it looks like maybe the plan from KSI's camp too is to show different looks. Maybe they want to show Logan different styles, different postures, different paces in the fight. And I like that. I like that, especially for boxing, because you tend to see guys stick with one way of boxing. Maybe they even show him different stances. Maybe I was wondering if someone's going to go southpaw in this fight. Will someone switch their stance and turn southpaw, with lead hand being your right hand and left hand being the power hand? I want to know if that's something that's going to happen. It would be really tough to defend shots that you've never seen coming from a stance you've never seen coming. So I think that's something that both guys could benefit from if they were able to pull it off, is to switch southpaw at some point. Why not? Throw a different look out. That would catch both guys off guard very quickly. And who knows? It looks like, at least in its base kind of form, KSI is trying to show different looks. I like it. I like the fact that he wants to show different looks. I think that's huge, especially going into a fight with a guy like Logan, who does seem to be the more quick, athletic, and powerful guy. You're going to have to give him something he's not ready for. I think he's ready for KSI's cardio. At least he thinks he is. I think he's ready for KSI to come forward. But KSI's camp has to give something to Logan he's not ready for, which could be switching stance, switching approach, switching pace, all those things. The element of surprise is huge for a boxing match. KSI working on some heavy hooks. Throws them well. You don't want to throw them from there. You don't want to throw them from there. You don't want to slap them out. You want to, bam, and turn that thing over. I'm messing up my mic, y'all. My mic don't want these problems. 1-2s, 1-2s. You can see kind of KSI's elbows flared, right? As he's holding them, they're kind of flared out. Some speed there. It's not bad. I like that. Again, they're not showing too much. I like that. I like the speed there from KSI. That was nice. Little 3-punch uppercut. Left hook, right straight. I like that. I like that. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it from both guys. We didn't see a ton. We saw more from Logan's camp just because they did a media workout in LA and KSI's kept things under wraps. But the takeaways. KSI definitely has power. We saw that from the knockdown / knockout from the Mayweather footage. It looks like he's going to have a couple of different things to show Logan. A couple different stances, postures, pace, just different looks. I like that from KSI. I think that's very crucial to have against a guy like Logan. To give him different looks and make him uncomfortable, give him something he doesn't anticipate is a good idea from KSI's camp. So I like that. And then from Logan's side of things, looks like they want to counter KSI as he comes forward and as he puts that pressure on Logan, that pace on Logan. They want to, be light on the feet, move around, and stick feet in the ground and plant and throw shots. But yeah, that looks like the plan from both teams. KSI looking to drag it into deep water. Logan's camp looking to get a finish probably earlier. But that's why we fight, guys. We are going to have to see. But this has been our breakdown of the techniques used by both fighters. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, you already know this is the W.A.D. concept, and we are debating everything. I will see you guys later. Peace.